From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, it's Lance. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. The Lance going to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Here we go. Mark 56.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
You got three down. Mike 27, Mike 27,
And Lance now to throw. Touchdown 49ers! Antonio Gandy Golden, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Ayuk to return it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Play action. Now it's Lance. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them. Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. And Lance will try again on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lance. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts. They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles. And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened. He's singing in the shower postgame. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. from the shotgun. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Wilson. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Being chased out left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, yes, that was good pressure applied that time by the defensive unit. They forced him out wide to his left, but with nobody home, he decided to tuck it and go, and he's able to turn it into a short gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Wilson.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 24, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And a little grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He gives it off to Carson.
but he takes it up to the 40. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing is Wilson.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
On 1st down, Lance. They'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Raheem Mostert.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Golden is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
To throw again on second down. Wilson.
Quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they said eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. To try again after the sack. Wilson.
And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. they've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On first down, Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Second down and 3.
Draw play. This is Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Dwayne Eskridge, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
On play action, Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
54's Mike. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he's brought down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Check.
Back to throw. Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And he's taken down inside the 30. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle, and he'll be out of bounds.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then some.
Mostert. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Lance
scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A run. It's Murray. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tens the mic. In the face.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
I'm not sure, Brandon, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Ready? Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Right there. 54. Right there.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Check. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake. Here's Fromm. That stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Justin Houston able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. They're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check. Mike 10.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Stop your whining. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Throwing is Fromm. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Sermon. And he's got this down to the 35. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On 1st down, Fromm. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out in the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fromm. They set up the screen for Sermon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Here we go, D. It's just me.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, you know, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
And they take a knee.